All right, guys, we got back from Fort Lauderdale here this week. A lot of people I noticed coming up to the booth and looking at all of our different parts and going, hey, those are awesome. I've got a standard, maybe a Key West 1720 or a 219. They don't have a ton of room in the transom or under the leaning post in some cases to add storage. And so, a lot of those conversations were, I've got a boat, but where would I put something like this? And Matt, I know you have those conversations every day with customers. So what are some of the thoughts on that?
There's a lot of areas that you just have voids, space that you can utilize that you just may not even think about, right? A lot of consoles, you have the gauges coming in at the top. You don't have a ton of space behind there, but just below there, you got a lot. And maybe your side access door, maybe the door on the back, say your 1720, is only on one side. You could utilize all of that space there if you wanted to put in, say, a tilt out unit or maybe a small plano tray unit. You can really turn it into some usable space.
So the console's a really good spot. Turbos, I know you've worked with quite a few people. Where's a good spot to be able to tuck something like that on a boat?
Usually 9 times out of 10, I try to go to the console because it's a hollow shell and there's a lot of usable space behind the console. Like Matt said with the console door, on the other side, usually there's nothing there.
Yeah.
Those are good spots.
In some cases, you can even take that door and turn that door itself into some type of storage space.
Yeah, by putting a box on the back of the door.
You put a box on the back of the door. You may just have to change it out. It might be a different style of door when you're done, but you get some usable functional storage out of an otherwise unusable area.
Yeah.
The other place that we find, we do a lot of projects for is in the gunnel. The gunnel, you get this space. Now, sometimes it's a little bit of a question. How much depth do I have, right? But a lot of times we can figure something out there. Maybe you're replacing a rod box, so you're pulling that out. That question now has an answer, and we can turn that into a good usable functional space. One of the things that drives me nuts is I have all my life jacket storage up under the bow. I could use all of that space for functional storage, but I put a tilt out side or a tilt out box in the side of the gunnel. Now I can put my life jackets in there. Now I've got all of this bow space for storage, for tackle, for towels, but people's bags when they bring them on the boat, whatever it may be. I can get it off the deck and get it out of the way.
Yeah. The other no-brainer too is the leaning post.
Right.
There's so much usable space under the leaning post, whether it's a fiberglass leaning post or whether it's just a aluminum leaning post. You can really utilize that space for sure. We've
had a couple customers who have had like the leaning post with the live well built into them, nothing on the sides, but there's actually some space there for space or for storage.
Yeah, I think the big takeaway is that even me, right? I'd look at a boat and go, man, there's no storage space there before I started working here, right? And that's where we've got a team of people, Matt's team, to give us a call. We'll be able to do a kind of a consult with you. That's a lot of people I told at the show, getting back to that, is send us some pictures of your boat. Let us look it over. Yeah. This is what we do day in and day out.
We'll ask you questions. What are you looking to store? What are you looking to do? Leading questions that'll help get us to a final answer.
Yeah. And sometimes we might say, hey, you can put a net storage, but there's not much to do there. But, again, kind of walk them through that process. So I think that consultation is something that holds a lot of merit with this.
Absolutely.